It's Fashion Crimes Podcast FRI-YAY, duh. And I need to know what's going on in your world and how I can help you look and dress better than all your friends. Because really, that's what it's all about. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're going for you to be the best dressed in the room. I mean, if you're not already, which chances are you probably are, just saying. Now, I've had a few chances to get dressed for real this past week, and I hope you checked out my Instagram for your outfit inspo. If you haven't, please consider following and engaging with us on social media, Instagram and YouTube, especially. That would be super. In White Lady news, my hair's growing back and I haven't colored it in 6 months, which I don't have to tell you how gray it is or was, as I just got my hair colored for the first time in said 6 months. And oh my God, did it sting. But I lived. However, I was complaining about how gray my hair was the week before last. In that episode, if you didn't listen to that one, please go back and do so. Episode 240, Pack Like a Pro for Vacation. And on that note, have you packed like a pro? Did you download the free vacation packing list that was on your Pinterest board? I sure hope so. If you haven't done that yet, or if you are just now getting the memo, the link for the Pinterest board will be in the show notes. So you can pack like a pro for vacation. And now that you know how to pack, I need to know where you're going. So drop me a line and tell me all of your upcoming vacation plans. Okay. Got some feedback from that episode thanking me for the tips. Hope that helped you, or you passed it on to someone you knew who needed it. In other White Lady news, there is a brand new department store that has opened in New York City called Printemps, and I really had to look up how to pronounce it. I can't imagine how many Americans are going to butcher the name so badly, and all the chic French people are going to have to refrain from cutting somebody. Anyway, what's interesting about this is that the department stores in America are struggling and have been for years just to keep the lights on. Saks, Neiman's, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, they're all closing. Some are opening, others are under the same umbrella, others are going bankrupt. Regardless, this particular store, is carrying over 3,000 brands that you cannot find anywhere else in the United States, and that is a fact. Now, if that hasn't piqued your interest, just know that this is supposed to be unlike any other department store experience, complete with, and I quote, Murano light fixtures, mosaic walls, spa treatment pods, bars, restaurants, marble and parquet floors, exhibits of archival haute couture, and champagne to go, unquote, according to Misty White Seidel of the New York Times. Now, I was reading this and I was like, okay, now you have my attention. The store has been around since 1865. 1865, and has like 19 locations all over France and one in Qatar. It's in the financial district, which has been on the upswing as rents continue to increase all over the city. The financial district down and around Wall Street has been an up and coming neighborhood for quite some time now. All that to say, you bet your ass I'm going to be there as soon as we get back to New York. Okay. So I can bring you the real scoop on what it's like. Cannot wait to see it. By any chance, did you listen to last week's episode with Maria Aristidou from Cyprus, as in Greece? So in love with her and her line. She has the most gorgeous sweaters and scarves. And I hope you loved learning about her and her line and how she is changing the fashion industry for the better. Speaking of the better, go ahead and hop on over to our YouTube channel and watch the video of Maria and me, or Maria and I. I'm not sure which one is grammatically correct. But anyway, if you download and subscribe to our YouTube channel, then you can watch the video as you get a special tour of her studio and you get to see all of her product and future product that she is working on currently. Loving this journey for us. Just fabulous. She is starting to design bridal gowns, and they are everything. So we just had our 12-year wedding anniversary. And for our 10-year, I wanted to do a vow renewal, AKA, I wanted a new dress and new pictures. Anyway, Jonathan put the kibosh on that, was like, what's wrong with our old vows? Rude. So we had a huge party and I did get a new dress, but it wasn't a wedding dress. Anyway, all that to say, I'm already planning our 15th wedding anniversary party, and I will be getting a wedding adjacent dress for that. Melissa Rivers, who was episode 100. Did y'all know that? I interviewed Melissa Rivers. Anyway, she just got remarried and she wore a green dress. Good on her. I've got to get her back on the show. Again, that's episode 100. So give that one a spin if you haven't already. So back to you. Do you want a new dress for your anniversary? If yes, let me know. We can chat about what to wear, what to wear, what to wear. My favorite subject, duh, because every year of marriage should be celebrated. Let's be honest. Now, what are y'all watching these days? I am watching The White Lotus season 3, and I just want to say it is beyond dark and disturbing, to say the least. Okay. Like now I know I cannot watch it before bed. Made that mistake, just got that memo. Also, I just can't get over what whack jobs people are. I just can't. I don't understand it. Anyway, I'd be a liar to say that we are not hooked or sucked in, because we are. Also, have y'all watched The Residents on Netflix? So great. And what I like to call murder light. I don't mind a little suspense, but I don't like seeing people contemplate suicide or people's heads getting blown off. Just saying. Also, the survival of the thickest. Yes! The best show ever with my bestie, Michelle Buteau, has come out with season 2, and I love her so much. I cannot. So, if you haven't watched season 1, do it. Now there is season 2, which is so great. Also, if you haven't seen her stand-up special, you're missing out. Okay. I'm going to meet her one day and we're going to be lifelong friends. I can just feel it. We haven't watched any movies because there's nothing good out. Let's be honest. And that's a wrap on that. I just don't understand when people make a movie that's terrible, they know how bad it is. Like, right? I just want someone to make a good movie, for God's sakes. And I haven't seen the Demi Moore movie yet, which I want to, but I heard it was too scary, AKA says Jonathan. So if you have any shows or movie recs, please hit me up. We also went to see the Savannah Bananas baseball game. It was a complete blast. If y'all don't know what that is, I want you to think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters, only instead of basketball, it's baseball with shirtless hot guys that dance all throughout the game. God, I loved it. I wore my Proenza yellow dress and I got a ton of compliments with my Jimmy Crystal New York shades. If you haven't seen them, get on it and follow them on Instagram and TikTok. You will not be sorry. It's officially spring now in most places. Other places, it's very cold still, but here it's hot. And I know you are super excited to figure out what you have in your closet that's wearable, what you have that you love that's ready to go, and unfortunately, what you have that you don't love. We've all been there. So I was just thinking to myself, what is a really slick and chic way to style something we already have, meaning me and you, because I'm talking to you, and make it look different, edgy, inexpensive? Because I love edgy, and y'all know I love expensive. But in all honesty, here's what I don't love. Looking at something in my closet and realizing that I haven't worn said something in forever and feeling like it's going to waste. Because I collect clothing and I'm constantly trying to elevate my wardrobe. I have several items in that category, and I was like, how can I wear these things without looking like I've lost my mind somehow wearing sequin pants to the grocery store? Okay. And then I thought, I can wear anything with a white button down and make it look relatable yet super stylish. I promised myself that if I was going to invest in a wardrobe, if I was going to spend the money, I'm going to wear the clothes that I have instead of wearing the things that I just wear all the time. I need to cycle in my special things that are just sitting there waiting for a special occasion. Every day is a special occasion, and I need to wear those things instead of just letting them hang there lifeless. It's like putting your good jewelry in the safe and never taking it out or wearing it just once a year. You should wear those things more often than not. So I thought we could discuss this and dissect it while giving you some style inspo for a white collar button down shirt, which I think most people in America do have. I will say, if you don't have, or if you've had the same one for 20 years, it might be time to get a new one. In fact, if you are looking for a new one, what should you be looking for? What constitutes a good white quality button down? Well, let me tell you, not all white button down collared shirts are created equal. Obviously, you get what you pay for, and the better quality of shirt you own, the more likely you will wear it often and for years to come. Now, it's not often that I wear a white button down, and I wore one not too long ago under a cropped sweater, and I really loved it. I was totally digging it. If you're in the market for a white button down, the first thing to look for is the fabric. Try a cotton or cotton blend. Could be cotton nylon spandex or and cotton and elastane. Now, I'm not hating have a little bit of stretch factor in there as well. Linen is great, but you can't wear it year round. And even if you sneeze, it wrinkles. Silk is a fabulous option, or a silk blend, but I wouldn't let that be my only white shirt option. I would get one in cotton as well. Silk is obviously dressier and it drapes beautifully, better than cotton, actually. So consider getting one of each if you don't have one in silk yet. Also, you need to see if it's see-through or if you have to wear something underneath it if it's too sheer. The goal, I would think, would be to not have to wear anything underneath it, like a cami or something like that. That's why you should always try before you buy. But be wary, as most shirts that are white on the sheer side are not created equal. So once you find the one that you're willing to try on, then you can look for the following details to check the quality. The first is the seams. Make sure that the seams are flat and complete and that they aren't coming apart or loose. Be wary of things that are on sale or on deep discount, as they are usually damaged or have production flaws. When comparing white shirts, just know that all whites are not created equal, just like all blacks are not created equal. It can be challenging to understand and interpret a color under natural light when you are in a department store or a dressing room with terrible, terrible fluorescent lighting. So, be that as it may, do your best to compare whites and get the brightest option you can. And all colors really fade over time. The brighter, the better. And the longer the color, hopefully, will last if you take care of it properly. Buttons and garment hardware or details are usually the first place where companies try to save money during production. Plastic or cheap, thin buttons that can break easily, especially during dry cleaning, are the first place to look. If a company is proud of its buttons, that will be obvious when you look for them and look for their quality. Mother of pearl or thicker dyed buttons are usually more substantial, usually always. Give it a once over on the buttonholes as well to make sure that the thread isn't loose or coming apart. Check the cuffs as well to make sure that there are no missing buttons or closures. And of course, check the seams. Now, I know this sounds like a little bit of overkill, but this is something that you should keep in mind. And you should keep a white shirt in your wardrobe for years to come. And you want to make sure, you give it a good inspection after you try it on, especially if you're willing to spend a little more money on a wardrobe staple like this. So, pardon schmutz in the background. So you found one that you love. Great. Let's go over different ways to wear it that maybe you haven't thought of. And sidebar, regardless of what type of sleeve it has, short, 3/4 length, or 4 length, you can style a white button-down shirt any or all of the following ways for maximum versatility and chicness. Tight at the waist. Tying the bottom of your white button-down shirt, it adds waist definition and creates a flattering silhouette without the formality of tucking in your shirt. Now, this look works well over a dress, pants, or shorts, or my fave, with a maxi skirt with a wide belt. Just because you tie it at the waist doesn't mean that you're trying to show skin. You have to make sure that the shirt is long enough for you to tie it this way, obvi, so you have enough fabric to do it. With white pants, pairing a white shirt with white pants creates a column of color, or in this case, no color, that's slimming and helps give you a longer, leaner look. You can add a pop of color with a cardigan or accessories. Personally, I don't love white pants. I prefer a white jean because the fabric is a bit thicker. So that's my recommendation. As an outer layer, like a shacket, you can wear a white button-down shirt. Wearing a white shirt open as an outer layer is perfect for transitioning between seasons or when it's too warm for a real jacket. But maybe you might get colder later in the night or when you're in a restaurant or something like that. Always consider this if you're a cold-natured person. You can wear it oversized, which is my favorite way to wear it. An oversized white shirt can be styled with slimmer jeans or colored slacks, which is a favorite look for me. For example, I have these electric blue pants, right? I could easily pair an oversized white button down with it with my brooches, like a ton of brooches, and turn it into an evening look with the right bag and the right shoes. You can wear a white button down paired with a puffer jacket. Now, there are two ways to wear this. One, I would put the oversized button down with a cropped puffer underneath, puffer on top, shirt underneath, to let the fabric hang under the jacket. I am loving this look, or you can do this with any kind of jacket, actually, or a blazer. Super crazy chic. You can wear it with faux leather leggings now and a camel colored coat. Now, we're seeing a comeback for leggings. Style experts are pairing this with an oversized camel coat, could be a blazer, could be a cashmere coat, or even a trench, or even like a shorter trench coat. And it seems very preppy, but it's actually really, really modern. You can wear a white button down with a structured coat and a tailored denim pant, a jean. Adding a structured coat was really what I was thinking of. And I would do a crazy bright color, like, hot pink or green or something like that. And pointed toe slingbacks, jeans, of course, and the white button down underneath. That will take your outfit certainly to the next level. You can wear a white button down unbuttoned all the way over a dress, and throwing an open button down blouse over a delicate dress is perfect for transition. And especially in between seasons, if you want to go from summer to fall. And again, this looks best with a bias cut silk slinky dress. That's my favorite type of dress to wear it over. You can wear it cinched with a chunky belt. Adding a chunky geometric belt to a fitted blouse or a sleek skinny belt to an oversized button down, it brings and gives it a different vibe, a totally different vibe. Now, understand your natural waist is the smallest part around the bottom of your ribs, okay? I am loving this, especially if you have an animal print or a very, very bright colored belt. Another favorite look of mine is paired with athleisure. Now, pairing a white button down, I usually wear it open, with athleisure is a very hot, cool girl trend that is perfect for running errands or hitting up dinner with friends. Now, I do this with bike shorts. And the only reason I do this with bike shorts is because I saw someone else on the street in New York City do it, and I loved it so much that I started doing it. Yes, I stole her look. Okay. Yes, I stole it. All of these looks and more will be on your Pinterest board for the week. Yes. I am so excited to have you try some of these out. So hit me up and let me know which ones work best for you. Shout outs this week. Shout out to Sirwee, who joined my Whatnot show this week and made a few purchases. And as always, Melinda, who joins and supports me on Whatnot always as well. Please note the survey is coming out this week, so make sure you do me a solid and you fill it out. I would be most grateful. I am opening an online store, online exclusive only for the Fashion Besties, opening on July 15th. So I'm very excited about that, and I need your input. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next week. Now, all of these looks are going to be on your Pinterest board. Make sure you ask me questions. Please engage with us on social media and on YouTube. And you can certainly watch this video on YouTube, which I hope you are. We will see you in the next video. And y'all have a fabulous, fashionable week. My name is Holly Katz, your hostess with the mostest, and as always, the only Holly you need to know. Bye.